Scandal appear in court. Federal investigators say the men stole money from citizens and falsified police reports, sparking questions about previous cases. ABC's Kenneth Moten reports from New York.
Crooked cop allegations. 7 Baltimore police officers accused of lying, stealing, and tarnishing the badge.
These officers, they're 1930-style gangsters, as far as I'm concerned.
Today, 6 out of the 7 appearing in court to hear the corruption charges against them. The feds say after a year of surveillance and FBI wiretaps, they found the men stole from innocent citizens, shook down and robbed suspected drug dealers, and one even sold heroin.
These are really simply robberies by people who are wearing police uniforms.
The amounts allegedly stolen range from $200 to $200,000. Prosecutors say the corruption also included bogus search warrants, filing false police reports, and scamming the city out of tens of thousands of dollars in overtime. One cop doubling his salary.
And do it so arrogantly represents a pattern or practice that undoubtedly has existed within this organization for many, many years.
The Baltimore Police Department is in the middle of sweeping reforms after a Justice Department review. Several officers were charged in 2015 after the death of Freddie Gray in police custody angered the community. The charges against those officers later dropped.
When you bring it to light, it's ugly. But that is the process in which you clean up police departments.
All the previous work of the 1 police sergeant and 6 detectives is now under a microscope. After this corruption investigation, there will be major questions about their cases and any arrests they made. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, New York.
There's a new twist today to the bizarre.
Okay. Let me tell you let me tell you the lowdown on this shit, okay? That's fucking shit that goes on all the time with dirty cops. The only time they're busted, if somebody gets pissed off, they can do what the fuck they want. As long as there's not a grudge against somebody. And as far as them being shocked about it, see, all we got to do is put it on every cop shop, have a toll-free number. Call if you have any problems with this cop. Call this toll-free number. It's going to be guaranteed 1,000 miles away. So therefore, when a person reports something, there's no fraternization going on. There's no social interactions where they're going out maybe to the same bars and stuff like that. But see, the truth of the matter is, this is as of March 2nd, 2016. Now, why the fuck did it take a year for them to fucking, this don't make no sense to fucking me, you know? And then how many citizens probably called the FBI, called the Internal Affairs bullshit organization, which when you call internal affairs, all you're doing is you're talking to the fucking foxes killing the fucking chickens. This is no goddamn brainer. Today they have on all cops training academies. If you're right, we'll back you. If you're wrong, we'll bury you. That'll send a fucking clear-ass motherfucking message. Me, myself, Jimbikeman. June 15, 2015. I was, had false charges by a Sergeant Stryker, piece of shit motherfucker in the Panama City Police Department, Panama City, Florida. Bay County, Florida. And I begged the judge, Shane R. Van, and the prosecutor, Brittany Forrester, Brittany Forrester, please do not drop them charges. See, when they put fucking charges on you, you're the one that goes to court. They don't have to show the court one fucking time. But then what they'll do is they'll make you go to court many times, but the cops, you don't have to show up one time. So what happens is, if If you don't show up one time, you can have a warrant out on you. You may go to court six times. Go to court, come back. Well, what did I come to court for? Well, just come back again, come back again, come back again. See, that's designed so that if somebody happens to say, oh, fuck it, I ain't going to court no motherfucking more. I'm sick and tired of this motherfucking shit. Then what happens is they put a felony, not a felony, but they put a warrant out on you. Now you're in jail. Now the chances of you being able to fight the charges are a lot less. And if you got a public pretender, them motherfuckers, every time I've ever had a public pretender, not one time have I ever gotten a jury trial. There's a guy named Blair Daffin that was a public pretender. When I was arrested by the Bay County Sheriff's Department because I was repeatedly calling a good week, day after day, about these boom cars, these American fucking terrorists going up and down the road. Putting all kinds of ambulance and fire department people in danger. Hell, if the rest of the government even protects dirty cops. I called the Florida governor's office, Governor Rick Scott, I think it was around 2016, 2015, 2014, many years. There was what was her name? Rinaldi Hernandez, I think was her name, answering the phone. And there was a Warren Davis that was 12 years at the Florida governor's office, where I complained about these fucking boom cars. I called Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Rick Swearengin happens to be the commissioner of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, or whatever the fucking name. Anyway, he's the top there. Before that was Robert Bailey. Before that, I've called them. I've called the environmental services. I've called all kinds of people about these fucking boom cars. I've called the cops many times. I had the fucking cops. There was across the street from me was a business that had a boom car breaking the law. Well, I'm the one that they put a fucking trespass warning on me because all I was doing was turning in a crime. They put a trespass warning at me so that I can't use a fucking laundromat across the street from me. And also at a grocery store where I never one time did anything other than document public safety violations. They got together with the what was it? The Department of Agriculture Consumer Services, who I contacted, and a friend of mine did. Evidently, they must have seen pictures of me documenting bugs in the meat and everything like that, and other violations. So the cop said, "You come on back here, and we'll have you arrested." See, the cops, the way they do it, they control you through misdemeanors. Because once you get a misdemeanor on you, a misdemeanor, first of all, they can just fucking put vague charges on you, put a fucking misdemeanor on you, and then if you go back to the business or anything like that, they arrest you. Now, see, what goes on is when you go to jail, there ain't nothing guaranteed. Tomorrow ain't even fucking guaranteed. You could die right in that fucking jail. Jail's a very dangerous fucking place. So, see, here's the thing is, citizens are afraid to report and turn in a dirty cop. Because they're afraid of fucking retaliation. I've had it done on me in Bay County, Florida. I've been thrown in jail so many times, it's incredible. Not one time did I unprovokingly decide to knock somebody in the head, steal somebody's purse, do something that would be considered a threat to society in any way. So, see, they have all kinds of protections for dirty cops. The court system protects the dirty cops. They don't require them every time that if they put a charge on somebody, they got to appear in court at the same time. So all they got to do is just put all kinds of dirty charges. Retaliation. Panama City, Florida. Panama City Beach. National Geographic did a special on Panama City Beach being one of the largest drug dealing areas in the world. That's their words. And then Faith Bell of the Bay County Sheriff's Department was saying our drug dealers, almost like, I hate to think if she was actually protecting the local drug dealers from the out-of-town drug dealers that would eat them alive or something like that. Was that a slip when she said, our drug dealers? So you see, the thing is I'm not against cops. I can't imagine what this world would be like if we didn't have cops out there 24 hours a day. But you would think that when citizens are trying to clean up the dirty cops, that they would want to help the citizens. Hell motherfucking no. The only reason why this fucking story made the news, it wasn't because of the welfare queens that were being fucked by the cops. It wasn't the people that barely had a pot to piss in the window to throw it out that could have done it. They fucked up and they messed with somebody who was up and had connections and had lots of money, and maybe they were in old clothes at the time. They weren't in the three-piece suit or anything like that, so the cops decided to fuck with them. So the truth of the matter is, this fucking shit goes on all the time. And the only reason why it made the fucking news is because a cop had a grudge on another motherfucking cop. That's the only fucking reason why this happened. I can guarantee you that. Because all of the state fucking protects dirty cops. Because they need the dirty cops. The judges depend on the the cops. The probation officers, they depend on them. The jails depend on the cops. The prisons depends on the cops. The investigators, the cops are basically bird dogs for the system. That's the reason why they're not going to go hard on the cops. And the only reason why this fucking happened is somebody was forced to do it. They didn't do this motherfucking shit voluntarily. Who the fuck do they think they are motherfucking fooling?